Hey and welcome back. Now we want to learn about how and why it's important to have separate urls.py file for each of the Django apps. So right now all of the URLs we have in the Django project is just placed inside the urls.py file in the main folder. And this is definitely not the best solution, because this file can become very long and unmaintainable, and it also doesn't make much sense to import all of the views into this file. So what we want to do now is to create separate URLs file for each of the apps, one for the task app and one for the category app. So inside of the task app we can create a new file called urls.py. And then first we are going to import path from Django. So from django.urls import path. And now we can import the views file from this app from .import views. And then we set up the URL patterns. So URL patterns equals. And then in here is a path. And when the path is empty, we want to render views.frontpage. And this can still be called front page. Save. And if I then go back to the main urls.py file, we can remove this one and remove this import. And we just need to import one more function from django.urls called include. And then at the bottom here we can say path. And now also if this is empty, we want to include and check all of the URLs inside task.urls. So first it will try to match with admin, then it will try to match with the primary key, and if it's empty, it's going to go inside this urls.py file and find this empty path and show us the front page. So if I refresh and go to the front page, it will still show us this. Great. So let's do the same thing for the category. Create a new file, urls.py. Begin by importing path from django.urls. And import the views file from import views and then the URL patterns. And in here we have the path, and we want to use the integer primary key. And then we want to render views.detail and give this the name of detail. Or was it category detail maybe? Let's check out the other urls.py file. Yes, category detail. So let's just go back to there, paste and save. Then we just need to update the main urls.py file. This can also check for empty path, include category.urls. So now it will match this one, whatever the URL is, and go into that file to check if any of them are matching. If not, it will continue to this file. So if I save now, I should be able to go into this, and it is still working as it did. Perfect. But this is much better now, because the main urls.py file should only just reference each of the apps that we have. So I can remove this import as well. So it was maybe not the biggest optimization, but if you have a big app, you will definitely notice the difference in your code when you're separating it like this. Okay, so that was it for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next video.